I am a fucking idiot, and I forgot to record my own voice in this recording. So basically, whenever I talk, I'm just gonna butt in here on the video and just paraphrase what I said.
Raptor, do you think Psychos counts as a cadre?
No.
Uh,
I don't think Psychos count.
I don't know. Okay, fuck. Who do you think the strongest cadre? Because this is like such a weird It's not just like a specific.
I think it's EC.
Shut the fuck up.
Brilliant answer.
I don't think Guru Guru counts either. I just think it's EC.
Okay, do you wanna do that then? EC.
Sure. Who do you think is the strongest cadre though?
This is
Or
because then
the
this is gonna turn
communication?
in. Then this is just gonna turn into Goketsu versus EC then. Because
Yeah.
Goketsu eats the fuck out of it.
You think Gogetsu beats the fuck out of EC?
Yeah.
Dude, I think EC takes its like million fucking centipede cocks and drives over him.
Do you actually want to do Goketsu versus EC then? Because I think it's Goketsu if it's not Gyro Gyro.
All right, fine, we can do that.
Okay. You want to go first? Also,
Yeah,
someone record.
Here, I just say that I'm recording. That's it.
Good.
Ooh,
Okay.
so,
So, do you want to go first or me?
yeah, I'll go first. All right, so basically, I think EC is the strongest because he has that like evolution hack.
Yes. What now?
He has the evolution hack, right? Which means he will always get stronger. And because I don't believe Gogetsu is like a one-shot level above EC, he would just like become a metal bat and would just progressively molt until he kills Gogetsu.
Yeah. So I do think Goketsu is a one-shot level above EC, and here's why. So the thing with Goketsu is he's stronger than Carnage Kabuto, right?
Yeah,
And
that's not a big feat.
Carnage Kabuto scales to a full power Darkshine, but
Okay, can you scale that Darkshine for me?
it shouldn't change because he doesn't get any stronger.
Darkshine's getting stronger?
No, the only time it's stated he gets stronger is in the fan translation, not in Viz.
Well, we see like evidence of him like training through like the Hero Association.
That would just be like lifting strength.
Why wouldn't lifting? Well, he's like a bodybuilder. Why wouldn't that correlate to his AP if that's like his whole thing?
Because it's just they just wouldn't correlate. They're just two different things.
Well, how does he attack? He just
Also, here,
he just,
actually, you
throws
can't
himself
even.
into people. Like, what do you mean?
You also can't even quantify however much Darkshine would have gotten stronger since by the
Exactly. I don't have
Garo?
to. You have to, because you're using this random ass Darkshine to say, oh well, this is where fucking Carnage is. Like, I don't.
But it's just
that wouldn't be
it's
my
just
burden.
unquantifiable because we already know that by the time he was fighting Garo, he was
so it's unquantifiable either way. So you can't use Darkshine as a measuring stick because we don't know how girthy that Darkshine is.
The thing is though, Darkshine was already on the verge of removing his limiter by the time he was fighting Garo, so there's no reason he would have gotten stronger.
Wait, there's no reason. Why wouldn't okay? First off, I don't even think he's removing his limiter at all.
It's because he was able to match a punch
because of
with
circumstantial
Garo
evidence.
was starting to remove his limiter.
We have like evidence from Dr. Genus that he hasn't. That he's nowhere close.
I'm not saying he has removed his limiter. I'm saying his strength is on the verge of that.
All right, but we have no statements, right? We have no one didn't come out or go or fucking what's his name? Spike Chunsoft didn't come out and go, oh man, my main man Darkseid.
Okay, no.
Breaking his limiter. No, that didn't happen.
The reason is because he match a punch with Garo, and Garo was removing his limiter.
Okay. Why can't that be Garo's limiter strength and then Darkseid
It's not established that everyone's limiter is different.
Exactly. We have no idea how the limiter works, so I don't see how you can even use this to scale Darkshine.
It would just be
On
like,
top
oh,
of
he's
that,
already like.
you're scaling. On top of that, you're scaling like 2 different dark shines.
I just
Like
don't
that
see.
season 1 dark shine. Do you need me
I
to
just
like
don't
pull out
see
the
why
picture?
there'd be any difference.
Here, hold on. I'll show you. I'll post it.
You're gonna show like Darkshine working out. The only like
Hold
he
on.
only would have done
I
is like
hope I still have it.
spots
I
that he
might not
does
have it.
before like the Monster Association invasion.
There you go.
Uh,
Alright, I just sent it. Yeah, so as we can see,
bruh,
there's a clear
shut
like
your
muscle
ass,
mass difference.
bruh.
There's a clear muscle mass difference between like the dark shine that fought again, what's his name? Carnage Kabuto versus the dark shine that fought Garo. So considering that and the fact that you can't scale that dark shine, I'd say that that dark shine really doesn't matter.
I don't think like the difference in muscle mass means anything.
Well, I do. So I would
Alex,
just
actually
say I
no,
would.
because here's the thing. No, Raptor. This is just artistic privilege because we've seen pictures of Darkshine when he has his hair before this, and he's just as big as when he's like bald.
All right. All that would mean is that he lost muscle mass when he became black, and then he
No,
regained it.
it's just art. No, because we've also seen him just before he joins the S class, and he's still just that big. It's just artistic privilege.
I don't know about that.
You want me to show
Can
you?
you show me? Yeah, can you show me like a statement from Murata saying that's like artistic difference?
Why do I have to do? I'm just explaining why it's artistic privilege
Now
because
you
it's already
explained why it could, and I explained why it could
okay.
not.
Look,
So do you have any solid
it's
evidence?
dude.
Wait, hold up. Raptor.
Yeah.
So he doesn't necessarily have to bring an author statement or anything. All he would have to do is bring more possibilities into his being correct, and you would have to
And that's
attack
an
that.
argument from possibility, and that's a fallacy.
No. It's I'm saying it's more probable that it's a change in
Right?
artistic privilege, and I'm going to
I'm
just
saying it's more
by
probable
showing you
our
the change in
interpretations would
art
be equal.
style, the change in art style in the series, because the early chapters of one have a drastically different art style from the rest.
Look,
It's
look, look.
it's drawn much more.
This is what I'm saying, right? This is what I'm saying. So I believe it's equal interpretation, right? And this like point is like
Look,
a mini point into like the larger point of how you can't use this dark.
but no, Raptor. Here's the
I'd
thing.
rather we go to
Look,
conclusions on this darkshine point because I feel like
here's the
I've
here's the
proven
thing,
that like you
Raptor.
can't scale,
When
you can't
when
mass
it's
scale.
equal interpretation, you can't say anything. But I'm arguing that my interpretation here is more probable than just a baseline 50-50. That's what the preponderance of evidence, Raptor, is. Preponderance of evidence is your interpretation is more than 50% likely over another interpretation. So I'm saying it's more likely that this is a change in artistic privilege or art style because the art style of One Punch Man changes over the course of a series from more simplistic to a more angular and sharper art style that's shown in like literally the first chapter when Saitama is like drawn much more smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll show that real quick. It's like the first like up until like the Boros fight, really everything's drawn just like a lot smoother compared to everything else. Let me grab it. A lot more like comical like. There's one in particular I'm looking for.
Cyber might have to judge this after this point because I might need to go do my homework. Cyber, you're still here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'd rather not have Cyber Judge. Can we have like Skinny Judge?
Okay.
I just ask if they're okay with me being judge.
I can still judge this point.
Yeah,
I can
Skinny's
still judge
fine.
this point.
All right.
I already have pretty much like a judge's
Okay,
conclusion.
so we're just gonna be dropping scans for One Punch Man, right? That's fine. Okay. So this is why I'm saying it's artistic privilege here, because if you look at these pages from the early manga, you can see that the characters, namely Saitama and Genos here, are drawn drastically different than how they are in like the current manga chapters. Actually, the current manga chapters have also kind of reverted to like a more smooth and like not as angular design. But, like you can very like clearly see the difference, especially with the last one with how characters are drawn. And we
Hold on,
see
I have contention with this because we know these are like comical scenes.
no,
So these
dude.
scenes like aren't as like cool as like the because I think what you're talking about is like the ultra like oh serious Saitama, but these are just like gag scenes. So can
Well,
you like
no, like even when you just look at Genos' face is just completely different than how it is like later on. Even like by the time like they're doing like the events of season 2, like Genos'
Mhm.
face is drawn different. Saitama in general is just like drawn a lot more simplistically. And I
Well,
it even
we know
up to
Murata
like
had
the
the hardest
Boros
time.
fight ish.
We know Murata had the hardest time with Saitama though. So I don't believe Saitama really counts in this.
Like the point I'm making is that like the art style just changes over time, and we know that this is an art thing and not literally like Darkshine's physique changing. Because when we flash back to a younger Darkshine, he's the same size as the current Darkshine. So
Isn't that just a continuity mistake?
this small itty bitty Darkshine is literally just like it's just like a random like artistic choice that Murata drew in the background because he didn't know he was doing anything with this character yet.
Okay, well, first off, he would know, right? Because
Wait,
him and one like talked about it, and I believe the Monster Association arc was already like midway during this. So I seriously doubt that he didn't have.
well
Wait, also on
it
top,
could
hold
just
on,
as
wait. On top of that, is that the animators brought one in, right? So they could know what the character designs were, even in like the minute detail as like Tatsumaki having panties. Like, he clearly knows what the supposed to look like way early in the series.
dude, one could also just like not know how he wants him to look either. Or like this could also like the fact is this is also kind of just like a background image of Darkshine. Whereas when we've seen like actual like up close pictures of Darkshine, like during the S class meeting, it's far more explicit as to like how he's built, even though you only see his upper body. Hold on. Here you go. Like even like in this picture, you can just like clearly see he's drawn with a lot more detail and defined than in this just picture, which I'm pretty sure is just straight up a background image where he's like talking to Genos or something. I think this just relates to the art.
Well, I'm I'm fine with going to conclusion on this point. I feel like we're going.
Okay, okay, that's fine. So I think this like are you talking about like the art point in general or like the whole like Carnage Kabuto point?
Just like this art point.
Okay, so I think I've like sufficiently proven why it's an artistic thing because we've seen that the art style in the early chapters is dramatically different, and that this like specific scene from Darkshine is also an anomaly compared to other pictures of Darkshine because it's like in the background. So I think I've sufficiently proven why this is just an artistic thing.
Okay. I think I've proven that it's not an artistic thing. I've cited evidence as one being called in for the anime to like work on like specifically the character designs. I feel it's improbable that a Murata would make a mistake considering that him and one are in like constant communication about the series. And I believe it's just like if anything, it's a writer's, it's like an author's, uh, an artist mistake, putting in like the bigger dark shine instead of the slimmer one. That could just be an art mistake, as I said earlier, and yeah, that's why I believe that. I um I countered this point.
Okay, so Vibes, you're still here?
Oh,
Yeah, okay. So after I make this conclusion, I gotta go.
Okay,
But
that's fine.
my conclusion is just I feel uh Prof won the point, high diff. He used a preponderance of evidence he gave substantial reasoning and multiple reasonings. He also gave the reasoning that, okay, one, in his flashbacks, he still looked the same as a younger Darkshine. Two, he like in that one pit photo, it's just shown that like of him in the background.
Was that a question or like did you cut out?
I think he like beat himself, but I was agreeing with vibes. I thought like fiction won high diff.
Oh, shut up.
Mm,
All right, is that it
uh,
for the judgment?
yeah. So I won that
Yeah.
point. Back to the Kabuto Darkshine thing.
All right, yeah. All right. So, anyways, I don't think you can backscale like that Darkshine to current Darkshine because we have no idea how strong that current Darkshine is.
I just don't see like why he would be getting stronger. There's like nothing that displays him like actively
Well, we
like
do
getting,
see him actively training though.
yeah, but only like in flashbacks before he becomes S class.
No, that was during he became S class. Because the one I'm referring to, right, is the flashback of when they said that like the S class gain all of the necessary equipment they need.
Oh,
That
you
was
mean
that
like
was
when
pertaining
they're
to that current
talking
Darkshine.
when they're talking to Metal Bat? Okay, well I just don't know like why like training to like whatever unknown. I also don't know to what extent he actually trains. I don't know like why
Yeah,
necessarily make him.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We can't scale this previous Darkshine, right?
Well, we
Because no
can if
matter
we
how
can't.
small,
We look. No,
he's
no, no,
unquantifiably weaker.
no. My point is, we can scale him because we cannot like establish anything that would actually say he got stronger just because he's been training. Because a character can train without getting stronger, and this actually occurs in One Punch Man.
Okay,
That
okay.
Saitama's actually stated to still be training, but Saitama, and this is after like he like does that whole bullshit in the audiobook, he doesn't think he can get stronger anymore. Like you can actually still like a peak.
Fiction, you're kind of bugging out, buddy.
Oh, I am.
No, not I'm my fault. Not fiction, Raptor.
Yeah, I thought that was on my end. Raptor, you might want to disconnect.
Even on
Wait, Raptor. Hold on. Disconnect and connect again. Oh God.
Raptor.
Can someone tag Raptor in the chat and tell him to disconnect and connect
Here,
again?
I'll disconnect him, like, and then he can just run back. Okay.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
He had major lag.
I disconnected him, man. I'm just waiting for him to come back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I went to go get a drink and I come back and like he's just not here.
Yeah.
Nice.
I really skipped breakfast to do this.
Dang, that's tough. All right, buds. Mm-hmm. Shit. Okay. I gotta be my little brother now.
hello.
Yeah, you kind of.
You were lagging hella bad.
Yeah,
bro.
I know. I was trying to tell you to stop because I couldn't.
What the fuck? What happened?
My phone overheated. Anyways, what was the last thing you heard me say?
I was kind of talking, and then you were like trying to talk, but you were like lagging like insane. So I don't know. Does anyone remember like what like last said?
Nope. No, he was lagging too much.
Damn. Okay. I said that like you couldn't equate like this dark shine to the other dark shine, and then
Well, okay. My point is just that like we know that characters are able to hit a strength peak in the series.
right.
Because we don't know. There's no like you haven't like established any like new feats for Darkshine that do put him at a higher level.
Well, I haven't established any feats, right?
Wait,
Because my
yeah,
whole
so
contention is that they don't scale to each other, right?
so here, your point regards to him training, but training alone does not necessarily mean that someone gets stronger. Training can also mean you're maintaining your current level of strength, or you could just be plateauing and you're like stuck at a certain level. It doesn't necessarily on its
Oh
own
wait, are you trying to say
stronger.
that Darkshine plateaued?
I'm saying he could. I'm not saying he necessarily did. My point is just that there are factors in training that don't that you can still train, but you're not necessarily growing or like getting more powerful.
Right, and this is all your interpretation of the text, right? Because there is no evidence for and like against.
Well, there's no evidence that he got stronger either.
Exactly. Even you know what? I'll take the reverse, right?
Okay,
Let's say he
so
got like, let's say he like succumbed to his lust and he like lost like a muscle mass, right? Even in that case, you still wouldn't be able to scale the current Darkshine to like the Darkshine that got Carnage Kabuto because they don't have the same scaling. They're two different
but
Darkshines.
it's no, but it's the same character. There's no established different scaling, right? There's nothing that establishes that there's been any major growth or if anything, a lack of like if anything,
Yes,
him
and
getting
there's
weaker
nothing
would support
establishing the
him.
contrary either. That's what I've been saying this entire time.
But you're asking me to prove a negative then, whereas nothing says he would have changed in strength at all. So I'm just saying,
No,
oh,
because you're making the positive claim, right? That they're the same. And I've been saying I see no evidence for this, whereas the evidence, and you've just been like,
because
oh well, I think
because no,
well, I think
my
because he does. I don't see him training. You know,
no
it's
Raptor.
One
My
Punch Man,
reason,
not Darkshine trained.
look, Raptor, no. My reason for saying it's the same Darkshine is because it's Darkshine. It is the same human being, and nothing displays any change in strength. I'm saying we should not therefore assume that there is a change in strength unless you can display there is one.
Okay, okay, all right, but all right, but all I've been saying is that like Darkshine like by himself is a featless like very like low end.
I'm sorry, you cut out. Can you repeat that last point?
Oh, I said like Darkshine like as a person is a featless character for he only like did things in the
Well,
Monster Association arc and he's only been like hanging around, right?
so yeah, so he scales to those characters and he scales to Carnage Kabuto.
Yeah, okay, but here's the thing, right? Even if like I were to say, oh yeah, he could potentially do it, we know that the test wasn't 100% accurate, right? Because it wasn't even like the test couldn't even like read like the official like powers and abilities of like the
Here's
characters. So
here's the thing
why
though.
should we assume that it was
That's
the same person?
that's actually fine though because the Carnage Kabuto that Geno because the one in the simulation, the Carnage Kabuto in the simulation is the Carnage Kabuto that Genos knows.
Yeah,
The simulation is based off of Genos' own combat experience.
yeah.
So the one he's comparing to Goketsu is the one he has in his head, which is the one
Mm-hmm.
that was in the simulation. So Darkshine is having to use his full power against someone who was explicitly weaker than Goketsu
Why? Hold
because
on, wait. I think you're
of
misthinking like
visions.
what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say like why is this full power Darkshine the exact same as like the real life Darkshine?
Do you mean like why would the simulation make him weaker?
Yeah, I'm asserting that the simulation wouldn't be able to measure his strength correctly. Yeah.
Well, that's only been the case with Metalbat, who has a supernatural form of
Well,
ability. There's no reason it would
well, it
like.
also occurred with Zombie Man too.
What do you mean?
So like in the case of Zombie Man, right? It was like stated that like Carnage would just like rip him apart to pieces, but he would
Yeah.
always leave his head just like fine, where he could regrow back from. But in like an actual combat like place, either like he wouldn't just leave the head exposed to like regrow, because we know that like Carnage Kabuto is one of the most intelligent characters in the verse.
Well,
So
did it explicitly say it left his head intact or something?
yeah,
Can you show me that real quick? Because I don't remember that.
yeah, it's on like Versus Wiki, right?
I don't know. Do you just want me to like grab the audiobook?
Well, I never even like read the audiobook.
For
Or I never listened to it.
hold on, I got it up.
I've been in like other debates about it. That's how I know.
Yeah, because I have the audiobook. This guy could provide.
I was training.
Player Zombie Man initiating simulation.
Let's talk. I wish Godspeed were here. Godspeed would know.
I have the audiobook pulled up. Zombie Man is gradually disappearing. Is it okay for it to keep going? He's starting to look gory as hell.
Oh, do you have the transcript?
There's just like a YouTube video of it with like translations popping up as they talk. Must be because his brain isn't acknowledging this as real danger on cognitive level. I'll send a link to One Punch Man if y'all want to see it. I'm at like the 11-minute mark ish. Bodiless head is in no position to say that. Totally not useful for reference. Looks like it's gonna go for a while.
Yeah. Well, I'll just use this part too. Like I can't tell which one it is, but one of the characters says his brain isn't acknowledging this as real danger. So why should we like take it as like his like real peak? You know what I mean?
Well, because Zombie Man just like the reason he doesn't acknowledge it as danger is because he just regenerates.
Right, from being just a head, because like the head is always
Yeah.
left intact. Well, I'm
Yeah,
saying
that's
in like
fine.
a real combat experience, the head wouldn't just be left intact, because for one, Carnage would like figure out right that he would always regenerate because he's one of the most intelligent characters in the verse, as I've
Well,
already stated.
even if you want to say that's the case, Zombie Man can regenerate from his head being blown off, or like most of it being
Yeah, but
blown
he
away.
still has like a body to regenerate from, right? We haven't
Oh yeah,
seen
that just
him
means like whatever. That
regenerate
just
from
means
nothing.
all that
And
means is that
we know
to
from
whatever
one, yeah.
the mincemeat one is like not a fact. That's so horribly contradicted.
Yeah, but no, the idea, right, is that there's nothing like for him to regenerate from, right?
But
So if
that just
like
means
what? Go
that
ahead.
just means that to whatever extent that Carnage Kabuto can damage Zombie Man, that is also the extent to which Zombie Man can regenerate from.
All right, but we have it like clear from the audiobook that he says it's just like the head that like is left behind.
Sure. Well,
He
that's
like
only
goes back in
one
the head.
case. That's only one case, but sure.
Okay, so and also like even if you don't want to take the mincemeat into like consideration, one still believes that like Zombie Man can be defeated or just like erased or whatever you want to say. So if that's the case, right?
Not. I mean, if you can like establish that there's any like way Kabuto could do that, but the fact that he didn't would just indicate that anything that Carnage Kabuto can do is within the powers of his regeneration.
Or right, the uh the simulation isn't accurate. And it also states that Zombie Man was like, oh, like hold on, let me go back to it. Because I don't remember exactly what he said.
All that would mean too.
Yeah,
is
it must be because my brain isn't acknowledging this as a real danger on a cognitive level. So what if Darkshine heard it's the most fiercest like being on the earth, and he was like, oh yeah. So his brain just made Carnage stronger than he actually was, you know?
Wait, are you? Hold on. Are you saying that like their like mindset alters how the simulation works? Because
Yeah.
the thing with the cognitive thing was just that he just keeps beating up Zombie Man, but he doesn't view that as a threat because he regenerates. That's all. That doesn't like mean their mindset is changing the simulation. That's just how Zombie Man's like. That's just how like Zombie Man's
But
own.
okay, so we're going.
So
See, you're like
no,
pulling me
no.
back into a circle because I've already said like why this is the case.
But no, you're conflating the point into something that it's not. The thing with Zombie Man's cognitive like reasonings here is because like in real life, this is not a threat to him. He can just regenerate from these levels of attacks. Right?
Yeah, but if he were to be completely obliterated, as per like
Why?
one,
Look,
because one already alluded to it.
okay, that just means that Carnage Kabuto is not capable of destroying him to that extent.
Okay. But okay. Even if you want to say it's one of the cases, right, where his like head is like just there, Carnage being I've already answered this question. Carnage being the set like one of the most intelligent beings in the verse, you kind of like keep missing that like key part there, would be able to figure out a way to get rid of Zombie Man.
Well, that just means that any
So
like
either Carnage
strategy.
Kabuto just has raw brain and can't like think to obliterate every part of Zombie Man, which we know isn't the case.
So then
The test
so
is
then
severely flawed. Yeah.
So then any strategy that he can come up with is also within the capabilities of Zombie Man's regeneration.
All right. I've already said why that doesn't work. I've already. You're not like countering.
Here, your point with the head thing. Your point with the head thing. That would just like change like Carnage Kabuto's like character. Doesn't necessarily mean it's changing his strength.
No, it invalidates the entire simulation. That's what I'm saying.
But my point with the simulation is that the Carnage Kabuto in the simulation is the one that Genos remembers and envisions. So that is the Carnage Kabuto that's being compared to Goketsu. It's only based off of Genos's combat data and memory.
Okay, so then why? Okay, all right. If that's the case, right, then why is this accurate at all? Because Genos only took 2 hits from base Kabuto, right, and attacked him once. So how does that at all formulate into like a detailed like battle analysis?
Well, I think like he would just be like he's seen Carnage Kabuto numerous times in combat against the other heroes. He's fought him 55 times and like and the fact that
no, he fought the same Carnage that one shot him.
Yeah.
50 times. So that Carnage
he has like massive experience and like awareness of how strong Kabuto is in comparison to other people. Yet he still thinks Tetsu is stronger than him based off of one encounter.
Hold on, but I'm saying why does he know, right? Because alright, here's where I'm getting at. So Genos doesn't have a correct viewing of like Carnage Kabuto, then why should any of like the simulation be counted as true, right?
But you're not understanding because it's the simulation Carnage Kabuto I'm scaling.
Yes, and we don't know where that simulation Carnage Kabuto scales.
It scales to Darkshine.
No, it doesn't. He's
Yes, it
already
does.
proven like multiple times.
Because so okay, we've gone over like we've argued about like that whole Darkshine thing, which we still haven't had judged yet. So like you can't like it's just inconclusive for now.
I haven't been going on. Like you're the only. I've been staying consistent on Darkshine and like the test.
You would act under the axiom that prof from that point.
What was that, Vibes?
He's saying that we would labor under the delusion that you won the point if we were to continue.
That's not what I said, but
No, I said it funny because I'm making fun of you.
mhm.
I kind of forgot where we just were.
We were on. You were trying to say that
The simulation.
Gogetsu scales
Oh yeah,
to
oh yeah.
simulation.
So like your point correlates to like, oh, it's like this simulation Kabuto is not like the same as the real Kabuto. But my point is just that I'm scaling the simulation Kabuto, and that would be the one that I'm saying scales to Darkshine.
Okay. I've already put contention into this, so I believe if you want to move on, we can move on.
Do you want to have this point judged then?
Sure.
Okay.
Since Vibe lied to us and he doesn't have homework, he can judge it.
Wait, huh? I wasn't here for that point. And I wasn't lying. I actually have to do homework. I'm just eating something first.
And Skinny, Cyber.
Yeah, but I wasn't here for the point that, like, the part that I was here. Thing is, like,
I'd rather have
I
the
believe,
whole point judged.
I believe, like, that part.
Vibes. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just have Skinny and Cyber.
Here, I just asked them what specific point they wanted me to give my judgment on.
The entirety of the Darkshine topic. Wait, you know what, Vastrin, were you here the whole time? Vastrin?
Astrid has too much of a hate
Yes.
boner.
Are you referring to God? Hello. Are you asking me if I've been listening this entire time?
Do you disagree with Vastrin too? Or do you disagree with Vastrin's judgment?
I mean, he has a huge hate boner for Goketsu, so I don't know.
So do you or do you not? Like, it's a very simple question.
I'd rather it be Skinny or Cyber.
Alright, fine,
Fair
it can be
based.
Skinny.
So it's over the whole dark side argument, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, me
No,
too.
it's the
At
whole
first, I was
Darkshine
thinking, like,
point.
okay, can you guys like conclude so I can like have like a summary in my head?
Yeah,
okay.
sure. I went first for the first one, Raptor, so you want to go for this one?
Alright, yeah, that's fine. Alright, so he's trying to scale like current Darkshine to this like a cyber Darkshine and saying that Darkshine scales below Gogetsu. I have like multiple problems with this. For one, like we don't even know if like the Carnage Kabuto he's like scaling off of Darkshine is even like credible or like the entire simulation is credible due to the fact that it's mainly based around like your own perception of how the fight would go. As we see from Zombie Man, and we know that it's not like in some cases it can't even scale the characters correctly. In the case of Metal Bat, then what was I gonna say? Then we only like know of like this Carnage Kabuto is just from like what Genos thinks how strong Carnage is, because because Genos only like fought and attacked base Carnage Kabuto, which could be like 50% to 100% to like 1% of his power that he got bitch slapped by. So it wouldn't make sense that he has comprehensive battle knowledge on Carnage Kabuto other than like a vague feeling of damn, he's pretty powerful. And then we have we go all the way back to Darkshine. He's trying to say that like we don't see any like training. I say that there is a preponderance of evidence that he does train, considering that the S class the Hero Association like gave him tools to train, and he's been like trying to like counter this with like different evidence. I don't see these evidence to be like particularly like convincing on his part. So I would just say that he cannot use Dark Sign in his scale to Gogetsu. Yeah, that's my conclusion.
Okay. You did bring up a few points that you didn't bring up in the debate, but it's okay.
No, I brought all of them up in the debate.
I don't think you didn't mention Metal Bat, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
I said that they couldn't even scale Metal Bat properly, and you said that like, oh, Metal Bat's like super
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
human or whatever, and then you moved on.
Okay. So, my conclusion, most of like Raptor's like contention has to do with like faults within the simulation, but we know that like the simulation is just Genos's perception. So like however strong Carnage Kabuto is within the simulation is only however strong Genos believes him to be. So and that would be the one that's being compared to Darkshine here. So it would be like Darkshine to Genos's perception of Kabuto, which is still weaker than Goketsu in his eyes, and he would have like a valid awareness of however strong um, this level of Kabuto is, seeing as like he's seen him fight numerous S class heroes, and even though he's like seen him lose to S class, he thinks he would take like numerous S class heroes to like take down Goketsu. So like he would definitely have like awareness as to how strong Kabuto is here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, pretty much like the simulation is just his perception. Regarding like however strong Darkshine is, him training is like fine. I just don't see like there's like been no like displayed like change in strength at all. So I don't see like why he would have gotten stronger, or even if he did to like any extent, because as I explained, like other like factors that go into training, such as like maintaining your current physical level, or you could have like plateaued. There's just like numerous other things that can go into training other than just getting stronger. And seeing as we don't know explicitly that he got stronger, I don't see why he necessarily would have. So seeing it as it's just Darkshine, like Darkshine fought Kabuto, Darkshine fought Aro, I would just say it's the same character with the same level of strength because there's been no displayed change in strength. That's it.
All right, so Cyber or Skinny, give us your judgment.
Skinny, what do you think?
Basically, what I say here is how I think overall Fiction made the more logical and sensible arguments, although it was a close call in my judgment personally.
Yeah.
I should have picked Chungus. Damn it.
Chungus has a
I mean, we can still ask him. We can still ask him, but right now the judgment is like we can still ask him. Chungus, what do you think?
Hold on. No, this would be fucking Chungus's fucking conclusion, right? So he'd be like, wait, who does he have a hype on?
Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, he'd be like, okay, so who I can get to?
I do. He's gonna be like,
okay. So hold on. So,
Goketsu! Oh, Prevlus defending Goketsu!
Right? And the other two think you won, then there's no point in hearing Chungus's like.
Chungus does have supreme authority over the judgments in the end of the day.
I knew he was gonna laugh. Hold on. This is what Chungus is gonna say. So he'd be like, so Fiction, even though like it's pretty clear that you were like, I'm not gonna say it's pretty clear. Like it's legal Islam that you were winning this a bet, huh? So you're using whatever his name is.
Goketsu. You're defending Goketsu.
Why are you having an aneurysm trying to copy me? Like, what's the matter with you?
Yeah, I am.
Pro's defending Goketsu. Oh, that's no good. No, Prof loses. Raptor wins.
Yeah, basically.
Basically, Raptor, you just won week. You just conceded.
Whatever.
Okay, for real, Raptor. Do you have any other points that you want to go over?
Let me think. Well, I still don't see how that makes him a one-shot level above, right?
Okay. So Darkshine, while suppressed, is able to one-shot Garo, and it's actually stated that it is a lethal blow. And the thing about this Garo is more.
Why is it a one-shot? Wait. Why is it a one-shot if it's a lethal blow?
Because it's stated to be a lethal blow.
Hold on, guys.
Why does that mean it's a?
Guys, I gotta do something real quick. I'll be back in like, what's it called? I'll be back in like 10 minutes, alright?
That's fine. We got vibes and Skinny still here.
Alright.
Okay. And no, I'm saying like it's lethal, but why does lethal mean it was a one shot?
Because lethality implies death, and the only reason Garo survived
Yeah,
is
but why
because
is it in one shot? That's what I'm saying.
it was one shot.
Like I can because I can like shoot you in the stomach, right? And that would be a lethal blow. You'd still be able to like walk around and like crawl. Like that doesn't mean it was a one shot.
Well, like it's still like a one shot. You die, like just because he doesn't like. I don't know. I don't really know what you mean
If he
here.
doesn't die immediately, right? Then it's not like a one shot death. It would just be like just because it's like lethal, right? Doesn't mean it's like a one shot death. That's what I'm trying to say.
He doesn't like need to die instantly. My point is just that like Darkshine is able to kill him with a single attack. Just because like he dies a little later is fine.
But he's not able to kill him with a single attack though, because he's like alive afterwards.
Just
He would die later. He would succumb to his injuries, but he wouldn't die in that like initial
yeah,
attack. So that wouldn't
that's
be a
fine.
one shot.
That's fine.
Okay,
That's
cool. He's not a one shot. All right, cool.
no, because this would still work on EC.
No,
Because
it wouldn't.
the only time we see like EC's like weird adaptation stuff is like only when his face is destroyed. We don't like know to what extent his body was damaged.
Well, we know that like from like Genos, he like burned his entire insides, right? So he can like regenerate from that. And then with
Well,
Vegapunk,
we also
his like
don't know how much he was damaged by that. We don't know if it's also like a
yeah.
durability thing either.
Yeah, but he still like molted and evolved afterwards. So then we
Did
have
he?
like
I don't think it's shown at all that like he like evolved after Genesis attack.
I'm pretty sure it's like stated because I mean let me find it.
Just tell me the chapter. I already have this pulled up.
Versus
It's gonna be like what 80 something.
180? I thought it was 140. Okay, versus wiki says it's 84.
82. Oh, so do I. Yeah, nothing like says he's like changed at all. It's more just like he took it. He's kind of like burned, but like you could just say like oh that's kind of just like regen, which Garo also has. Love's gonna be studying this recording after we're done here, bro.
He's gonna have this. He's gonna be jerking off to this Gogetsu, Wayne. Oh, so I passed it. Hold on. He comes in. Oh, we got the events wrong. So Genos actually fights the stronger EC.
Okay.
Wait, not only that, but Genos like directly compares EC to Gogetsu.
Hold on. I know what page you're talking about. I just want to look at it because that can just be like.
For me, it's chapter 85, but I'm on Manga for Life.
It's chapter 82 in the Viz.
Okay.
Thing, as well as that monster yesterday and Garo. Yeah, he just like relates them all to the Monster Association. He doesn't really like compare their strength. He just like compares like the fact, oh, he's like entrusted with battling them because they're monsters.
Well, it would have to be like correlating the strength, right? Because he got beat the shit out of by Gogetsu, and now he's fighting this other monster, right? So that would just be comparing them.
Okay, well then that would also be comparing weakened Red Garo to EC.
That's fine.
Okay, weakened Red Garo is weaker than the one that Darkshine one-shot with a tackle. Weaker Red Garo scales below Bug God, who Darkshine pulverized with a jab. Are you still fine?
That just means they're both weaker.
Would you like to retract your steel man?
Well, for Garo, it could be referring to his technique.
Okay, so Garo's
for Garo, it could just be technique. Yeah.
Garo's technique rivals EC.
Yeah, in terms of like deadliness, yes.
Okay, Darkshine's tackle was able to overwhelm Garo's technique.
I thought it was just because he couldn't dodge it.
No, it was literally too powerful.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Wait, that would put Darkshine above both of them then.
Yeah, so Darkshine above EC and
Gogetsu, yeah. Because if you would follow my line of reasoning, right? I would just put Darkshine above both of them.
Well, again, I still don't see why it's like comparing strength here. Like Genos doesn't even like relate them on the basis of like, oh, they're really powerful opponents. He just says, oh, they're all I'm forced to battle them.
Well, he calls them threats. Right?
This thing, as well as that monster yesterday, and Garo are all tied to the Monster Association. This fight is unavoidable. The fight against them is inescapable. I am a participant in this, so if it is too reckless, at this rate, I am unworthy. That's all he says.
Yeah, so that would be correlating him to a threat, yeah?
No, he just says he has to fight them. He just says he has to.
No, but he says at this so he says if this is too reckless at this point, at this rate, I am unworthy, right? So
if fighting EC is too reckless, yeah.
Yeah, so that would mean, right, that he is like judging his own power in relation to the others he's fought.
I don't like you. Yeah, he can think that they're way above him. Doesn't mean he's like saying, "Oh yeah, they're at the same level."
Yeah. Okay.
They would just be astronomically above Genos himself.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so then it doesn't
so
like.
we can't. All right. Yeah. So that's fine. Yeah, I'll just go with that. They're just both above Genos, right? But in the case of EC, he has like the ability to regenerate.
But Goketsu also
and like grow stronger.
Scaling. Goketsu also has other scaling that puts him above EC.
What other scaling?
Goketsu to Kabuto to Darkshine above Garo, above Gyro, above EC.
Wait, why is Gyro above EC?
Because Gyro states that she's stronger than Tatsumaki, but still thinks Tatsumaki can beat EC.
Well, she says Tatsumaki could put up a fight against EC, not that she could beat him.
Okay, so she thinks that Tatsumaki versus EC is a contestable match, but still thinks that she would beat Tatsumaki.
Well, are you talking about like base Guru?
Yes.
Or like the 1000-eye Guru?
Ace Gyro is the one that first tried to fight Tatsumaki and was shocked when they were overpowered.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, either way, right? Either way, if you were to put like he scales higher, right? You still haven't established that it's a complete one shot. And I'm saying that if it's not a one shot, EC would just regrow.
So it is a one shot because Darkshine was capable of inflicting lethal damage to Garo, who is significantly more powerful than EC.
You already conceded on the point that lethal doesn't mean one shot.
Well, you haven't all you've related for EC's like adaptation is like just his face or armor. So like there's like
wait,
Dark.
Did you say it's just his face or armor?
No, all you've related it to was his armor or carapace being destroyed.
No, I also said his insides too.
Well, we don't know if he got stronger when Genos blasted him. That's not stated.
Yeah, but it's implied because the last time they beat him up, he got stronger, and now that he's like regenerated, right?
Well, that just means like, oh, we don't know if Genos damaged him to the same extent.
Not only that, but like we see he gets longer too. So I would just say that.
I don't know how you would be able to prove that because every time he's on screen.
Longer?
Yeah.
I'll show you. Alright. So like after he explodes, his skin goes creep, snap, pop, right? And it's like creating more distance between his plates.
Hold on.
It's in the first scan.
Yeah. I'm just looking at what comes after that for context.
Well, I said what comes after. His like head regrows back and he smiles.
No, because I'm looking at other pictures of EC to see if he keeps looking like that with like the weird like skin and
You're like trying to find like the other skin?
No, I'm looking to see like if after that he's still like that or if it's just like something he just like did to like when he was healing or something.
Well, his extra skin could be just like covered by more of his like exoskeleton.
Well, like your point was that like he got longer because like his skin he extended his skin, not because like it would just be he also could have just done this while he was regenerating. It's not like literally growing. That's why like it's like a snapping popping noise or something because it's like his skin and not
well,
like
it's a snapping. I'd say it's a snapping popping noise because his plates are separating. Because he's like growing longer, right?
Yeah, it could just as equally be like
you said why? Oh, you said like, but you were asking like why?
Actually, why do you think
right?
why do you think him getting longer would like change his like power or durability or anything?
No, because I'm like saying right that like because like we see him grow longer, it's evidence pointing to the fact that he also got stronger because we saw that he does grow stronger like after he takes like immense damage.
But that was like only to his carapace, and all that happened is he regrew a bigger, stronger carapace.
Yeah, and in this case, right, he grew longer.
Why would that relate to like a difference in strength?
Because I'm saying, right, just because we don't specifically see his like carapace like grow bigger doesn't mean it hasn't, right? And in this case, we can just see him growing larger.
Well, no, because in the case with his carapace, it's just stated. I'm not saying it's shown. It's literally just stated.
Yeah. So it's stated that like when he like got damaged, right? By shut the fuck up. Anyways, I'm just saying that like because EC was damaged, right? The first time. Because I don't think it was specifically like stated it was because of his carapace. We just see his carapace being destroyed, and then he got stronger.
His carapace was destroyed, and so it molted back larger. His like regeneration is in relation to his carapace. It's not like Oh, his body gets stronger.
Wait,
It's like
but hold on. Bang says he molted and he's bigger than before. That's impossible. So
yeah, that
if
can
he's
be
bigger,
that can be
so
because
if he's
his
bigger,
exoskeleton has gotten thicker and larger.
or now he's a longer boy.
Well, that can just be because of the exoskeleton.
Yeah, or his like fucking skin growing too. It could be both. And then we just see the skin growing the second time.
I think it's more probable that it would be the exoskeleton since it's stated that's what they destroyed.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So you're saying that like it's more probable, right, that it was the exoskeleton because that was the only thing that was like visibly shown, right?
Well,
Is that correct?
it stated that that's what they were destroying. They weren't like,
Yeah. It was like visibly shown, right?
well, yeah.
So why can't we just relate that to the amount of damage he took, and to say that he gets stronger after he takes a certain amount of damage? Because
Well, okay,
we see him like grow. Okay, because no
if
matter
that
what
were the
he's doing, we
case,
literally see him like grow and evolve both times.
if that were the case, well, no, this growing and evolving thing with Genos can literally just be like him like extending his body for a moment because right after that we see him like go back to normal.
How do you know it's back to normal?
Here,
It's like really far away.
I think the only reason he even did this is to like stop the fires inside his body because it's only after he does this because it goes from like him being on fire and then he
His
does
face literally grows back, though. His face literally grows back. So it's not just quelling like the
he
flames
can like,
inside.
his body can regenerate, but I don't see why that would like alter his strength.
Wait, hold on. I need to see something real quick. Okay, no, he definitely is molting. He definitely is molting. So right here, right after the Bang and Bomb debacle, he
Yeah,
like grows a new face,
yeah.
and he grows a new face against Genos. So
Well,
that would just be another parallel,
in the
right?
bang and
Of him
bomb
molting.
thing, he like completely regrows his face. Whereas with Genos, it's kind of shown that his face was kind of just burned and then he like healed. I don't, it's not like it's not really
I
shown
don't
that.
think that's hold on. I don't think that's like burn. I think that's like the saliva or like his like fucking like excrement or whatever.
Mm, I
Like
mean, that,
his like gooey like thing that like pops out. I think that's what that is. I don't think that's his like burned face.
um,
Because
because,
we also see that in comparison between the two heads, the head on the left is more out, and the head on the right is still like it's like smaller and is enveloped by like his like pussy, whatever is like on his forehead.
that's just like what the faces do. They're like all enveloped within each other. Like even like with this one, like oh, he's just got layers and layers of.
And they make the same. They actually make the same noise.
Um,
Shing guap. Shing guap.
I could just be his
They make the
regeneration.
same guapping noise. Yeah. After he molts, yes.
It doesn't need to like correlate to strength.
But they say he got stronger after Bang and Bomb.
That would only be because his carapace healed and he got bigger.
You're assuming it's just his carapace, but I'm showing you evidence
Well, no,
that
because
directly
the
contradicts that.
carapace is what they obliterated, right?
Yes.
So him molting is literally like just him regrowing a new carapace.
Hold on, let's look up what molt means. Molt definition. To shed feathers, hair, or skin, or an old shell to make way for new growth. Okay, yeah.
Okay, it's
So
mostly
new
in relation
growth.
to like an exoskeleton.
Yeah, but we see with like with Genos that like his entire like insides, right, are like burning. and there is like damage throughout his entire body, so he could.
Yeah, that could just be like
that.
That could just
right?
be like standard durability or regeneration.
Right. But what I'm saying, right, is that in both cases,
actually, you know what? Actually, hold on. You know what, Raptor? Hold on. Yeah. I'm going to seal man you on this point because I don't think it's going to change anything.
Okay.
Okay. So, the thing with Darkshine inflicting a lethal blow onto Garo is Garo took no damage. Garo was able to physically overpower Gyro's psychic power, right? You agree with that?
Through fighting spirit, yeah.
So, well, yeah, that's fine because like it would just be the same Garo as fought Darkshine.
Mm-hmm. Why is that Gyro trying?
That Gyro relates the power it's using to Garo as being above Tatsumaki's.
Why?
Dude, I'll just show you so I don't need to like explain it. But when she's like trying to pin him, it's like, oh yeah, this is the power that surpasses the twin psychic Esper sisters. I'll just grab it. It'll be easier. Yeah. I'm using my psychic power. It is godly, stronger even than the powers of Tornado and Blizzard, the witch sisters of the psychic community. So it relates the power that it's using on Garo.
Did you post it?
I'm posting it right now. I was just reading it. So it relates the power it was using on Garo to like the same power that surpassed Tatsumaki.
Okay. Sorry, that was perfect. Let me reread it. Okay, but why is she like talking about like this specific power she's using against him versus like her overall power?
Because she says, I'm using my psychic power.
Her psychic power can be stronger than like her like supposed like Tatsumaki,
no, because
right?
she's using the power that she relates to being above Tatsumaki. She says, I'm using my
just be her power.
Is godly, stronger than even the powers of Tornado and Blizzard.
Bro, okay. If I was like, let's say I'm like arm wrestling my nephew, right? And I'm like, damn, this is the power I have that's above like Crusader. Does that mean I'm using like the same amount of like force I would be using on Crusader than I would be using on my nephew?
You're relating the strength you're using to a force above Crusader in that instance.
Yeah, but I can be stronger. So like, why? No. So why is he trying? He could just be like,
okay.
I am stronger than
no. I'm not saying that Gyro has to be going all out here. I'm saying that the power that Gyro is using here is what is being referred to as above Tatsumaki.
But okay. No, I think she's only referring to her psychic powers in general. Like she's just like, this is like my power and I'm stronger than Tatsumaki, right? Because literally right after he breaks out, she's like, oh, you're pretty impressive, but I'm not gonna waste any more strength on you. So we know she's not trying all out.
Yeah, I'm not saying she has to be going all out. She just thinks that this suppressed form is already above Tatsumaki.
No, but she has to conserve her power for Tatsumaki. So like right after.
Actually, she just relates it to like stamina, really.
How so?
She just says, "Oh, I don't want to tire myself out."
Yeah, because she still has to fight. Okay, so how would she be tiring herself out? Right?
She thinks she would need to exert. She needs to think she would have to exert herself against Garo. She doesn't want to tire herself out, so she wants Orochi to fight instead.
Right. Okay. So now, right? So if she's tired, right, after like forcing him down, that would means, or she would be tired, right? she would have to exert more power, right? So
Um.
then,
Yeah. Okay. I don't think you understand. I'm not saying that Gyro is going all out against Garo here.
no, I know what you're saying. You're saying that like her point like 0.001% is like what is needed to beat Tatsumaki in her head, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is that like does like her like 100% is what she says is above Tatsumaki, and she's using the 0.00 whatever on
Well,
Garo, and she doesn't want to use any more on him because that would be counterproductive to the fight coming ahead. Because she also doesn't think any of the other cadres can take on Tatsumaki besides her.
the thing is that when she actually confronts Tatsumaki, even then she still doesn't go all out and is surprised when she sees how strong Tatsumaki is. Even like she's like, "Oh, Tatsumaki's pretty strong. I guess I gotta go all out too." And then regarding like her not trying to tire herself out, that's because Gyro's like insanely cautious. She even wanted like Bug God and Royal Ripper, who she
I'm
knew
not
were like
look.
below the
I'm
cadre.
not saying that she can't beat that guard, right? All I'm saying is that she's not using the power that's like you say that's supposedly above like Tatsumaki.
Yeah,
On Garo.
I know. I'm just saying that she is because she relates the power she's using to it.
All right. Well, I don't think there's any more things we have to go over. So should we just go to conclusion?
Yeah, I mean, do you want me to like kind of finish this point?
Is it not already finished?
Well, I just wanted to like clarify how I was relating this to EC.
Uh, isn't that like because you already scaled EC below Giru, right?
Well, I'm just well, I was just gonna say, oh yeah, whatever like, regardless of like whatever injuries EC can tank, and like heal from, Gyro still thinks that she can like overpower that.
Okay. Yeah.
Or would just scale to that and is still below Darkshine.
All right. Well, we disagree on that, but we can just go to conclusions.
Okay. Do you want to go first or me?
You go first because I went first. You went first the first time, and then I went first, so it's your turn.
Okay, so pretty much this all hinges on like this gyro point. So like gyro like relates the power that she's using on Garo here to that of Tatsumaki, and even when she confronts Tatsumaki, she still like doesn't go all out, which kind of supports that she doesn't think she needs her full power to take down Tatsumaki, but she still thinks that Tatsumaki is a threat and can possibly beat Elder Centipede. So she must, by virtue, think that this power that surpasses Tatsumaki is also above EC. That Garo was able to resist it with his own physical strength, whereas Darkshine was capable of like physically harming this this Garo, and overpowering his reflected martial arts would surpass his own AP. And then like that was also yeah, he's also like suppressed while doing because the tackle isn't actually his full power, as stated later when he says he's going full power, so he is suppressed here. And then Oketsu would scale to Carnage Kabuto, which fought a full power Darkshine. So the scaling chain is Gyro above anything EC can do, Garo above this Gyro, Darkshine above that, Kabuto relative, and then Goketsu above that.
You're done.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I won't go over like the earlier points since I lost those, but I'll just go over like this point that I haven't lost. And I do agree with Prof. I think this all hinges on like his like Jiru scaling. Because if Jiru is stronger than EC, then like his scaling chain works, right? Where I don't like initially like agree or disagree with the Jiru as a whole being above EC. I disagree with this like supposed power that he believes Tatsumaki to be at that he's using on Garo. For I don't think that she's using like Tatsumaki level power on Garo regardless, right? Because there is no evidence of that. Like she's not straining herself. There is no like point other than the statement where she refers to her power overall. He's kind of like missing or blatantly ignoring the fact of where she says I'm using my psychic power, not referring to like this psychic power. She's just referring to her own strength being above Tatsumaki, not the strength she's using. So he's kind of cherry picking the words here. But whereas he can't definitively put Giru above like, or he can't put this Garo definitively above Tatsumaki, or because we don't know how much power she's using because she never states it. She only states the power that she has. So if he loses this point, I believe his entire like scaling chain falls apart, and that's where I would win, come out as the victor. And yeah, that's my conclusion. All right, Skinny. Literally everyone left. It's up to you.
So obviously at this point they're asking me to give my judgment, and I don't remember quite what I said. Obviously not, it happened a few hours ago, but I said something along the lines of it was a close call, and that I think, I don't remember my reasoning specifically, but I ended up, for now, I ended up giving like the slight edge to Raptor in my personal judgment. And then obviously you're gonna see here, Fiction is has something to say about that.
Okay, so what's your reasoning, Paparuski?
What's a revelation?
Come on, Skinny. Skinny, you're dropping the ball here. I know you like me, but it's pretty clear who won.
Okay, look. Okay, hold on, just real quick, Raptor. If you really do think I like obliterated you, like I did, and can
No, you
concede
didn't.
before
Just a fuck up prop.
just concede before I have to debate Skinny on why I slapped you. All right.
Why
Yo!
would
Oh, this is
won.
beautiful!
I won.
Anyway.
I concede what I won. That was your fault. I don't know why you put so much fucking pressure on this whole Giru point.
But this is my specialty.
I don't concede, no.
Okay.
All right,
So
Skinny.
Skinny, what's your reasoning? What's your reasoning, Skinny?
So Skinny, you're going on a ride.
And then here I just give a shit excuse for my reasoning.
Well, you see, Skinny. Skinny. Do you know what preponderance of evidence is, Skinny?
Here I told him I only looked it up a little bit ago from when Vibes said it.
Yes.
I looked it up.
Preponderance of evidence is proving that one interpretation is just more probable. So you can't prove that any interpretation is absolutely, definitively, objectively correct unless like God himself came down. So I'm just saying it's more probable that this is the power that Gyro is using, right? That was my point.
Well, in that case...
Shut up, Skinny. Shut up.
Hey, wait!
Wait, Skinny.
No. You can't go...
Give us judgment.
What you mean?
I simply had to educate my friend Skinny on what the preponderance of evidence is, boys. I had to.
Like I said, I'm trying to be as...
And then here I just basically say that I changed my judgment and I agree with Fiction now.
Here, Raptor, one second, Skinny. Raptor, if you disagree with Skinny, you can debate him on whether you want or not to. I'm just saying.
Nah, you see, because
Skinny, did
like,
you just change your decision?
The difference between you and me is I do not need this clout.
Well, okay, honestly.
And then here I just basically say that I changed my judgment and I agree with Fiction now.
After the debate. After the debate.
That's so bullshit. I totally won the Darkshine.
It's after the debate, Skinny.
That's
it's
so
after the debate. You can't use it.
bullshit.
You can't use it, Skinny.
Actually, he didn't even finish his judgment. Oh,
yeah, he did.
Okay, no.
He did. I've actually. That wasn't even me. That wasn't even me.
Chungus. You are allowed to make contentions with the judge if you think the judge is being wrong.
But do you know what? That's okay, because for the first time ever, I actually do have this on record, and you said you came to your decision. So, and if you think I'm... Yes, you can play it back. But actually, I'm recording 1 hour 19:52 seconds. Look at that.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ. Anyway,
That's beautiful.
where are you?
Alright, finish your judgment, Skinny. Okay.
Once again, here I'm just explaining my new reasoning as to why I agree with Fiction now over Raptor. Pretty sure I also say sorry to Raptor and that I love him. And Chungus, he's not too happy with this decision.
Anything they say to you was after the debate, so you can't use it. That's how a debate works. Like once it.
Alright, just whatever.